Chào mừng các bạn đã quay trở lại với series bonus tiết 3 chế độ danh dự của tôi. Đó, thì đây sẽ là một phần đặc biệt, phần cuối cùng của series này. Đó, chúng ta đang ở một bữa tiệc tụ ở trại. Tất cả những nhân vật và những đồng minh bạn bè của chúng ta đã tụ họp về đây sau 6 tháng, sau sự kiện. Chúng ta đánh bại Netherrain và cứu thành phố Bonus Gate. Rồi, phần này chúng ta sẽ đối thoại với tất cả mọi người. Đó, đây chính là nhiệm vụ chính của chúng ta. Tức là tất cả mọi người đồng minh của chúng ta theo lời gọi của Wither đã tập hợp đầy đủ lại. Rồi, giờ chúng ta sẽ đối thoại với từng người một. Đầu tiên là Shadowheart này.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it? I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Đó, phần này chưa được Việt hóa. Khi nào có Việt hóa rồi thì tôi sẽ show lại đầy đủ phần này cho các bạn sau.
I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own. You can come as soon as you please, so long as the lodgers approve of you. 4 dogs, 8 cats, 9 chickens, 6 pigeons, 4 sheep, a milk cow named Daphne, a squirrel who's far too clever for her own good, and a wolf cub I found orphaned in some woods. I've had to do far worse things with my hands. Trust me. This is no burden at all. I don't think I've ever slept more soundly than I have with my menagerie of beasts for company. Just don't tell Halsin that, or he'll want an invitation. Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion. As am I. And no small bit surprised, also. Part of me is afraid I'll wake up from the dream and find myself back in the wilds, or worse, at the cloister. But no, it's real. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. as am I. It's well deserved, and I dare anyone to argue otherwise. Hopefully, these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make
Tự nhiên lại nói ra một câu được dịch.
I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Oh, before you go, how does a red dragon plan their day? They don't. They just wing it. Sorry. My father's got years of terrible jokes stocked up that he never got to tell me when I was younger, but lucky for him, I never heard them. And seemingly, I am easily amused. As if you'd have me any other way. Go on, you've got mingling to do. I'll work on my punchlines some more.
Đó thì tóm tắt qua một chút là đoạn hiện tại. Sau sự kiện đó, Shadowheart đã cùng với bố mẹ về sống chung ở một ngôi nhà, nuôi rất là nhiều động vật, chó, mèo, chim bồ câu đầy đủ, và đặc biệt là có một con sói con nữa. Thì có nghĩa là Shadowheart cũng đã vượt qua cái nỗi sợ chó sói của mình. Rồi, giờ tôi có sẵn spell hiểu tiếng động vật này, tôi sẽ niệm để có thể đối thoại với con gấu cú cũng như là Scratch.
Friend? Friend! You came! Big brother Scratch too! Happy!
Cái thoại với con gấu cú này có vẻ cũng được dịch một vài câu.
Yes, miss this more.
Đây nó đòi vuốt nữa thì tôi sẽ vuốt thêm một phát nữa.
Yes, miss this more.
Như này không biết bao giờ mới xong, thôi tôi sẽ hỏi chuyện nó.
Yes, big. But Scratch is smart, teaches me many things, like Big Brother. Withers? No. You smell very delicious. Follow smell, find you. Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave.
Đó. Bây giờ chúng ta có thể lựa chọn cho nó về với Housing hoặc là Shadowheart. Đây, trong trường hợp này thì tôi sẽ chọn Shadowheart này.
Nice lady. She gives pets and tasty things. I like her. I go to her.
Đó, rồi chúng ta có thể đối thoại với Shadowheart này.
I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider recently, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. But a girl can't have fun with apples alone. I suppose it's worth a try. It might keep the animals amused for a while. You might be onto something there, though the name might need work. Somehow it sounds rude, even though I know otherwise. Not with that sort of attitude, I don't. Fine. If it gets you to crack a smile. Let me see. Oh, what did the amorous boar say to the sow? Ha, not quite. Fancy, but oink? Why, thank you. Oh, hells, what? Not another adventure, is it? I'm quite content with my semi-retirement.
Đây chính là cái lựa chọn mà chúng ta có thể nhờ Shadow nuôi thêm cả con gấu cú nữa.
The owlbear. Of course I'll have him. If he wants to come with me, that is. I'd have offered sooner, but everything was a blur after the battle. I thought he'd gone to roam free. I'll have to find somewhere for him to sleep, of course. He'd get stuck in the door of my cottage. Maybe the barn. It's as warm as anywhere as long as he gets along with Daphne. I suppose you're right. He's come a long way since he first wandered into our camp.
Đó, và dĩ nhiên là Shadow yêu động vật cho nên là
I can
đã
picture
đồng ý
them
ngay
in
lập
my
tức.
parents' faces already. Come here. Never gets old. Don't be a stranger.
Giờ chúng ta sẽ quay lại báo tin cho con gấu cú.
What's up for discussion?
Happy? Gonna get pets? Gonna play? Gonna live with nice lady?
Rồi, về xong. Rồi, tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối thoại với Scratch.
A welcome surprise. A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Scratch là các bạn có thể thấy nó đang ngậm cái lăng trụ tinh vân.
It's so nice to see you again. You smell different, but not too different. I missed your smell, but this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you, and I thought perhaps you'd like to throw it? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Đó, chúng ta có thể chơi bóng ném với Scratch, cái lăng trụ tinh vân này.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Rồi, tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối thoại với Keo. Thì các bạn đã thấy Keo đã hóa thần.
There you are, my mortal friend.
Đó, nếu như chúng ta chỉ roman mình Keo thì chúng ta có thể chọn hóa thân cùng Keo, nhưng đây tôi roman tất cả mọi người. Đó, Keo có một cái hào quang, nếu mà có trong game thì nó lại cực kỳ bá này. Khi đứng cạnh thần tham vọng sinh vật này được cộng 10 vào mọi lượt kiểm kỹ năng. Đó, cơ bản là các bạn không bao giờ xịt, gần như không thể xịt được, trừ khi nó ra một thôi. Đó, một lượng máu rất nhiều của một vị thần. Đó, mà cũng rất tiếc là khi hóa thần Gale sẽ về lại cái hình dạng mặc định này, cho nên là cái Gale mà tôi nặng được ở đầu thì cũng đã không còn nữa.
I hoped I'd see you here. I imagine this must be quite a shock. Whatever you're feeling, do not be afraid. Still me, just an improved version. I told you I would, didn't I? I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver, magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mistra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition. I offer them nothing. I inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves. Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creed merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. The drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible. Precisely. Though that isn't to say I'm averse to the odd bit of direct encouragement. A whisper in the ear of a struggling artisan. A breeze to flutter the pages of a tome before a frustrated mage. A magical weapon stumbled upon by a desperate would-be hero. I am ambition incarnate. As indistinguishable from that most potent sensation as Mistra herself is from the weave. And word is spreading. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Fae, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
Đây là một cái lựa chọn chắc là lựa chọn Roman mới có. Không biết chọn cái này nó có ảnh hưởng đến mấy cái khác không? Tôi cứ chọn thử cái này đi.
I see you won't be claiming the domain of patience in the heavens. All in good time, my love. For now, mortality has one more night of enjoyment in store. If you're finding it hard to stay away from me, perfectly understandable. Divine essence has a rather magnetic quality where mortals are concerned. Resist for now, Enjoy the night. And I promise, we'll be together soon enough. You're finding it hard to resist.
Và như các bạn có thể thấy Keo dẫn theo cả con mèo của mình nữa.
Well, there he is, Gale in all his glory. I hope you're happy, the god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous?
Có vẻ Tara không thích cái tên vị thần tham vọng cho lắm.
Not in the least. And who led him straight to such ridiculous notions, hmm? Who left that crown in the river where any foolish wizard could swim down and pick it up? You were looking out for him. I expected better of you. As do I. As do I. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so, and I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was. Jolly good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted. Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
You'll find resist.
Looking for attention, Sharp.
Do let me know if you spot a cozy corner near the fire for me, won't you?
Ok. Rồi, tiếp theo chúng ta sẽ đối thoại với đây, Astarion.
So you made it! Not ready as a party.
Company and good wine from the looks of it.
Well, Buku decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders. Of course. I'd be disappointed with anything less. You always brought a wonderful sense of fun to the world. And we're better to celebrate our good fortune. An old haunt with old friends. Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning on the sun. I fled the dark and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lends perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I'd taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. You know me oh so well, don't you? But yes, there's nothing wrong with being rewarded for good work. And when it comes to killing, I do very good work. No, this is all me. I swear. Don't get me wrong. I was a mess at first. Every day I yearned for the sun and gnawed my curse to live in the shadows. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of Maul as my fangs. This only occurs as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, the better and the worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this is not goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, Dilo. After everything, this feels nice. A chance to take a breath. Metaphorically speaking.
Ok. Rồi, tiếp theo chúng ta sẽ đối thoại với ai đây?
Rivalry and unity on the eve of revolution. Magnificent.
Rồi, ta sẽ đối thoại với Karlach đi.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! He wasn't kidding. Witness, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier! It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean. No. Believe me, you shouldn't have. That place is fucking horrible. I wouldn't wish it on you. On anyone. But look, you showed me just how much my life is worth. That there are people out there who really value it. I can hang on in the hells a while longer. Oh, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Ernest. You haven't seen the last of old Karlach yet, soldier.
Đó, vừa rồi Karlach vừa kể với chúng ta là một tên Cambion rơi một cái bản đồ và một tấm bản đồ đến một cái lò rèn riêng của Zariel. Và có thể sẽ có cách để sửa động cơ hoặc là làm một cái động cơ mới. Cái động cơ mà cho phép Karlach sống ở ngoài Avernus.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have it again someday. Maybe even sooner than you think. Can I look you up when I'm out? Please. You know me, an absolute beast on the battlefield. I'll be fine. Probably. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise. Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Rồi, tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối thoại với Volo.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? I knew you would. Perhaps once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword. Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in. Don't worry, friend. I'll be sure to send your royalties by post once the manuscript's published. I'm certain I have your address around here somewhere.
Tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối thoại với Lae'zel này. Đó, khi chúng ta thuyết phục thành công Lae'zel ở lại Faerun thì đây chúng ta sẽ được gặp Lae'zel thật. Còn nếu như Lae'zel lên đường để cùng với Voss để tìm đường giải phóng hoàn toàn cho tộc Kíp thì Lae'zel sẽ chỉ xuất hiện với cái hình dạng ảo ảnh thôi. Ảo ảnh.
I never imagined we'd be standing toe to toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a royal inquisitor's head. Were it not for you, I might not have known the value of partnership, connection. I found new allies now. New friends. People I trust and who trust me in return. We've heard word of a Githyanki outpost hidden deep in Chult, the last of Vlaakith's Sword Coast strongholds. We mean to slay every last Sarth and Kithrak. I thought perhaps you'd care to join us. You always did have a great fire in your belly. I'm glad to see you have kept it kindled. Now go, mingle while you can. That's the word, right? Mingle? There is plenty of time yet for slicing scalps and tasting blood. This is nice. Yes, I think that's the right word for it.
Tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối đầu với Jaheira này.
Well now.
Đối thoại.
You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh? Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing 8 ones. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. Honestly, much more sitting down than I'd like. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed. Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back. For a little while, at least. But, should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering, perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you, too. You want to join the Harpers, even after all you have seen. Ha! All right. I won't deny any willing arm for the cause. Even those who should know better. There is, usually a ceremony. Reciting of oaths, singing of songs. I'm sure we'll get to all of that as the drinks flow. For now, I give you only the most simple Harper creed. To look for the light, and watch always for the dawn. But to enjoy the night while we have it, huh? Now, before this night grows any deeper, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine. Good evening again, young Harper. Ensure you ever maintain balance between drink, water, and nourishment on a night like this.
Kỹ năng này hơi cao. Tôi thử nốt lên cho nó. Ấy, nếu mà lại thành công này.
Safe place here. Huh. Very good. That isn't one you learned from me.
Khá là may.
Good evening again, young Harper. Ensure you ever maintain balance between drink, water, and nourishment on a night like this. No.
Rồi, giờ tôi sẽ đổi thay về housing.
You'd think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place. That was more than worth the wait. That was more than worth the wait? Oh, I suppose you didn't mean that literally. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwind have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together. It is, truly, though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. You had asked to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to provide. I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Kolga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence. By all means. Your embrace makes me feel safer than any armor could. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demanded. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Bạn có thể thấy chúng ta đã nhận được thêm một số cái vật phẩm.
It truly is splendid to see everyone gathered together again, if only for a night. I hope the sun does not make haste to rise on us.
À đây, tôi quên chưa đề cập cho các bạn. Đây có một cái dương quần áo này. Đó, các bạn có thể nếu các bạn không thích cái bộ đang mặc, các bạn có thể thay bộ khác vào tùy. Đó, nhưng theo tôi thì cái bộ đang mặc là khá là đẹp rồi. Rồi, tiếp theo chúng ta sẽ đối thoại về... Đây, tiếp theo tôi sẽ đối thoại với Will.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Đây, lại một cái roll kỹ năng, nhưng cái lần này không khó như lần trước. Hy vọng tôi sẽ thành công. On.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Đó, Will cũng đã nhắc lại những thứ Karlach nói vừa nãy. Một tấm bản đồ và một bản thiết kế.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tenari assassins who slip into Avernus, Ammonites that amass near the stakes. My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more, only that it's no demon, but a devil. I'm not worried. Not when Karlak's got my back. I swear she could scare the eyes off a beholder. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen. Cheers to you. Cheers to Withers. Cheers to all of us.
Ok, rồi, giờ tôi sẽ đối thoại với Minthara.
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain? You may be right, but I cannot help but wish we had tried. That is in the past, though. Regrets are of little value, unless they are fuel for future victories. Few mortals have stood against gods and monsters as we have, and lived to tell the tale. We can write our own stories now, and leave our mark on these realms. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. I would no more allow a god to shape my destiny than I would a pigeon. You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be. I fear I am becoming a cut. This night shall be done sooner than any of us would like. I hope we meet again. I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun.
Rồi. Và ở đây có một hộp thư cũng như là các tờ bài báo của Baldur's Gate này, của cái hãng báo Baldur này. Bạn có thể đọc này. Đó, đây tờ báo viết về những sự kiện sau khi chúng ta đánh bại Netherbrain.
Glass of lava wine.
Rồi, và trong cái hòm này chính là một hòm thư. Những đồng minh không đến được đây thì đã gửi thư hỏi thăm chúng ta này. Đây là lá thư của hội guild này.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I
Đây,
was
thư của
not
Baldur này. Đó, thư của Ashkula. Dành cho những bạn nào không nhớ thì Ashkula chính là người mà chúng ta đã đánh thức ở Act 2. Người mà đã bị mê man ở nhà quán trọ Last Light đấy.
A beautiful night. I wish it could last forever.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste
Đây,
of sun.
là thư của Valeria. Valeria chính là cái con voi bay đấy. Tiếp theo là thư của công tước Underravengard, cha của Will. Đây, thư của cô bé Arabella này. Một dòng rất gắn nhọn. Này chú là cháu Arabella đây, chú nhớ cháu phải không? Đây là thư của Edward. Một tờ giấy nhạt nhẽo không điểm nhấn. Đây, thư của Araj. Đây là cái người tộc Drow mà chúng ta đã gặp ở tháp Moonrise đấy. Thư của Sebastian này. Đây, Sebastian chính là một trong những nạn nhân của Kazaro. Đó, thư này cũng nói về việc các chư hầu đã sống như thế nào. Theo thư của Floric này.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Là thư của tộc săn quái vật tổng cơ này. Người đứng đầu là Unma đấy. Theo thư của Elminster này.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not accepted.
Thư của Anfira này. Đây là cái cô nàng nhạc công của Tiếp Linh ấy. Đó, thư đã đề cập đến Anfira cũng đã mở một trường dạy âm nhạc thành công. Đã thực hiện được ước mơ của mình cùng với Lakrisa. Là thư của thợ rèn Namon này. Thư của Nocturne, đây là bạn cũ của Shadowheart này.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Đó, thư của Voss. Nhìn là biết rồi, nhìn cái thư này là biết của ai. Thư của Hope này, đó, ở dinh thự hy vọng này. Tiếp theo thư của Mayrina này. Người chúng ta đã giải cứu khỏi mũ ác bà. Đó, vây Mayrina đã hạ sinh một đứa con trai tuyệt đẹp này.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Tiếp theo thư của Kin 9 ngón này, Nine Finger. Thư của Zeplop này. Thư của hạt cầm Gerandus này. Đó, cuối cùng là thư từ Francesca. Giờ đã là đại druid của mật động lục bảo này. Rồi, đó là tất cả những lá thư nào có thể đọc. Rồi, giờ chúng ta có thể đối thoại với Minx.
Breathe deep, Pooh. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. And for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them. It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsky's arm was growing achsome. That it has. Minsk once idled away a century in stone, but he and Boo have been busy in these months since we parted. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend. I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Embrace me, my friend. And should you feel a squirming, know that it is only Boo. Or perhaps the buffet has gone bad. You are quite coated in hamster hair. Now wherever you go, Boo goes too. Without tadpoles, Boo. Forgive my hamster's squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased with the diet I have been forced to place him on.
Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil Horde, and Angel Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith, and true friend to Boo, though she wilt and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Gale, who now names himself a god, though in truth, Minsk has known few wizards who did not think of themselves so. Shadowheart, two gods dogged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Archer somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself, Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball, and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty, and more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend, be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
He's going to kill me, isn't he? Not the big mad bastard. The hamster.
We shall conclude our business with the thief. But have no fear, my friend. Boo will save you a dance.
This feeling, comfort, warmth. I don't understand it, but I will
Hoặc để
accept
xem
it.
tôi có đối thoại sót với ai không. Có vẻ chỉ còn là người nhạc công này thôi.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. Suppose I'll get back to it then.
Good wine from the looks of it.
Come now, out with it. Would be a shame to leave a party like this bereft of music too long. I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for? Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Đây các bạn có thể chọn cái bài hát nếu muốn này.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I needed it.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
Oh, at what cost?
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Đó, sau khi đối thoại với tất cả mọi người rồi thì chúng ta có thể đến đối thoại với Wither để kết thúc nhiệm vụ. Đây, kết thúc hành trình của chúng ta. Đó, tôi đã đối thoại với tất cả mọi người. Tôi sẽ đối thoại với Wither.
expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
Bread just to get by.
Let's see.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Nếu như các bạn còn có muốn làm gì khác thì hãy chọn lựa chọn này. Tôi nghĩ là tôi sẽ quay lại buổi tiệc. Và nếu như các bạn không còn gì để làm nữa thì chọn lựa chọn số 2. Tôi đã đối thoại với tất cả mọi người rồi. Giờ sẽ là gì tiếp theo?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Sẽ có một đoạn cutscene nhỏ và game sẽ kết thúc.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
So, it's time for me to return to the heavens. The question is, do you wish to go with me? To become a god at my side? That is for you to decide, my love. Ambition made me what I am. What drives you, we have yet to discover. Your domain will come to you as you settle into divinity. I can't wait to see what you'll become.
Đó, đây lựa chọn này Keo sẽ hỏi chúng ta là có muốn đi cùng và trở thành thần không? Đó, lựa chọn 1 là sẽ đi cùng và hóa thần cùng Keo. Lựa chọn 2 là từ chối. Và lựa chọn thứ 3, tôi đã hứa với Lae'zel là sẽ hỗ trợ Lae'zel ở Faerun rồi. Hóa thần thì sẽ phải đợi. Đây, tôi sẽ chọn lựa chọn này.
I understand. Then this is goodbye, I suppose. You may not wish to enter the heavens, but you do a fine job conjuring them here.
Ok. Như vậy là cái series của chúng ta cũng đã chính thức kết thúc. Tôi xin cảm ơn tất cả những người đã đồng hành cùng tôi, ủng hộ tôi từ đầu series, từ tập 1 cho đến phần cuối cùng. Và như đã hứa, khi nào mà game này ra Việt hóa hoàn chỉnh 100% thì tôi sẽ làm hoàn chỉnh cái series độ khó bất khả thi mà tôi làm dang dở. Đó, nội dung của series đó sẽ là tăng độ khó, tăng sức mạnh cho kẻ địch. Thì kẻ địch sẽ có 500% máu và cộng thêm 3 hành động lẫn 3 hành động bồi. Nhưng đó sẽ là việc của tương lai. Hiện tại xin một lần nữa cảm ơn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở những series sau.